Okay, come along with me today and let's learn how to make this chicken, rice, and broccoli casserole. You're gonna love it. YouTube, I really just wish that you just left our lives alone, because now I have to do videos for cooking and I don't like it because I don't know how to edit. And so I'm gonna have to, well, I'm sorry, Facebook, I'm not YouTube. I'm gonna have to edit, so y'all are gonna just have to deal with my editing skills. We're gonna make a chicken, rice, and broccoli casserole. Dave really likes it. It's a take on a casserole I used to make for my kids when they were younger. And so I'm gonna chop some onions and we're gonna saute them. See the chopped onions? And you can chop them as finely or as large as you want. It really doesn't matter. We're just gonna saute them a minute and then we're going to put this casserole together. Okay, let's get to sauteing. And other than this part, it's really gonna be just dumping go. That's, I don't know, that's half a tablespoon of butter, maybe. I don't use margarine, just butter, okay. And I didn't get out the big cast iron because this is just a small project. I'm just gonna sweat these onions a little. So how's everyone been? Please tell me in the comments. I'm gonna start trying to do these videos. I have really put it off because I don't like to edit. I don't know how to edit. I don't want to learn to edit. You know, I like just pushing the button and going live. But because Facebook removes them after I go live after 30 days, I can't do it. There's just too much work that goes into these. I mean, all my work from before is gone. So anyway, I think I really dislike it because my lives that I did cooking with Lexi, they're gone. So we're just gonna let these sweat just a little bit, just to pull a little of that flavor out. And when you do it kind of low and you let them go until they start to become kind of translucent. So I'm gonna half sweat mine. I don't want them completely translucent because I want a little bit of the bite, or I don't want my onions to be soft, more al dente. Okay, on to the next step. It's just a little mental note for you. This recipe is going to call for some broccoli. I put the other half a tablespoon in here of butter. I poured the onions out, and I'm just using the same pan. This was frozen broccoli that I kind of let thaw out a little bit. And I didn't want you to, and look, if it's a big piece of broccoli, I'm kind of cutting it into a bite-sized piece. But I didn't want you to think that yours didn't turn out right, because I didn't want yours not to turn out right because I just spoke this and didn't show it. So I'm just for a couple of minutes, just kind of warming this broccoli up really well in this pan, just so it'll be, down south we like things soft. Except for our al dente onions. But we don't like crisp green beans. So Same thing goes with our broccoli. We want it nice and soft and chewy, so I'm just gonna let this, I don't need that, heat up for just a few minutes just to get it a little past the crunchy stage, and then that's gonna be added into this fabulous casserole. Hey y'all, I'm back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this together. So, and it's gonna be a great casserole. I want you guys to try it, it's really good. Okay, because I'm learning to edit, I don't know if the broccoli is gonna be before this, the little broccoli segment, or after, so forgive me. But anyway, this is a chicken. It ends up all in one casserole dish, but you do have to do a little prep. So I steamed a little bit of broccoli, barely sauteed it, just to get a little soft. And I'm gonna put in a half a lemon to just, maybe I'm gonna do a whole one. That didn't give very much lemon juice, but typically a half is fine. To just brighten up, to brighten up that broccoli a little bit, because if you don't, it's just broccoli, okay? And I'm only putting the lemon juice on the broccoli. So in my casserole dish, I've got more than Dave and I can eat in one meal. This would make leftovers. Depending on the family size, it would feed probably 5 people easily. But anyway, so here's this bag of broccoli that I sauteed earlier. Here are the onions that I sauteed as well. I've made some rice, and I'm gonna put in all the rice. So this is a cup of rice cooked. So it's probably a cup and a half of rice now. Okay, and to that, I'm going to add some canned soup. I know there's been a whole lot of thing about bioengineered food lately, but we've been eating it for years. And I mean, if you've had a seedless watermelon, you've had bioengineered food. Probably the bioengineered ingredient in here is the wheat that's in the flour. I don't know. But I'm doing a can of mushroom and a can of chicken. But you can make your own soup if you don't want to use the bioengineered stuff. And I don't blame you. I'm gonna probably do a thing on how to make your own condensed soups. But I have these in my pantry, and I'm gonna use them until I get rid of them. But I don't even think it's possible for us to eat without bioengineered food anymore. I mean, I just don't. It's just the world we live in unless you grow it yourself. And then it has to be heritage seeds, you know, seeds that haven't been modified. Okay, so I put in a can of cream of mushroom, a can of chicken. I've got 2 chicken breasts. I've got 1.5 cups of white rice. You could do brown rice, wild rice, whatever rice you want, jasmine rice. I've got 1 package of broccoli florets cut up small. This is my measuring. I've got a big scoop of sour cream, probably 4 ounces, or a half a cup. And this is not, I'm almost out of mayo here, so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna hurt this. Okay. Mayo. And probably, I'm probably doing just as much mayo. Probably a half a cup. Okay. And some salt and pepper. So we've got, and you know in Leviticus it says to eat salt. There's never been any formal study that's shown that salt raises your blood pressure, by the way. Just a little FYI for you. Salt's good for you. Okay, so I've got chicken. I've got sauteed onions. I have broccoli with a little lemon juice on it, a cup and a half of rice, 1 cup of cream of mushroom, 1 cup of chicken stock, cream of chicken, broccoli, mayo, sour cream, And I'm gonna mix it all together. And like, I've got to pull those onions up off the bottom because they're at the very bottom. But your kids will love it. Your family's gonna love it. My kids, I made this for them when they were younger. And I talked about it earlier in one of the little video clips. By the way, if y'all know a good editing software out there, how about telling me what it is in the comments? Because I have fought videos for years, 7 years now, because I did not want to edit. But I've been forced to. Okay, thanks to you, Facebook. So, but it works because I can use this on my YouTube channel too. I have a YouTube channel, At Home with Marty, as well as a makeup one, but for my YouTubers, you'd be interested to know I'm more known for makeup and cooking on Facebook than for sewing and everything. Okay. So, you can see what it looks like. I'm gonna just take a tiny taste. Those proportions are great. They're great. It's gonna look a little bit dry, but when you put it all together, it's going to just blend great. All that goodness is just going to saturate and be wonderful. I'm doing some tiny, tiny pats of butter. Oh my goodness, I got a little taste of that broccoli. And oh my goodness, that lemon just woke it up. I have served it before without the lemon, and well, not this exact casserole, I made this one up today, but without the lemon, and it was just a little bland. And when I was thinking about putting this recipe together today, I thought it would be good to just put a little lemon on that. And from what I just tasted, do it. Just listen to me, do it. Okay? That's not even a half a stick of butter, more like a quarter or a third. Let me show you what it's gonna look like before it goes in the oven. Yum. So I'm gonna take this foil that I used to tint a piece of bread a loaf of bread the other day. And with your mayo, the only thing I would say, because I'm a big Duke's fan, is do not use a mayonnaise that's sweet. Because if you do, it's going to mess up the taste of this casserole. Use whatever mayo you want, but if you use a sweet mayo, it's going to be a sweet casserole, okay? And we're going to stick it in the oven at 350 degrees for probably 35 or 40 minutes until it's bubbly. So I'll show you that in a sec. And I just taken this out of the oven. Look at that, it looks so good. You can see the steam coming up off of it. So let's have a little taste. I'll probably do a little taste test intro too. I want a little bite of the broccoli too. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna like this one. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. This is my version of a chicken, rice, and broccoli casserole. Enjoy, guys. It's delish.